It is 10:12 right back here on this 14th day of March. We're playing Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston. You guys could be dancing with somebody on Saturday, March 25th for a great benefit. And David Zimmerman, Stephanie Zimmerman joining me now. Guys, how are we?
Great, thank you.
Awesome.
Yes.
And this is really a great event. You guys have pulled out all the stops, benefiting a great cause and raising great awareness. But take us through this. So on March 25th from noon to 9 p.m. at the American Legion Partridge Post, 578 at 319 Marion Street in Bunker Hill, we're going to be having a lot of fun.
Oh, yes.
And take us through it. What are we going to be doing out there? So this is really cool. This is a long event, 9 hours of music, 10 bands, raffles, auctions. This is a big, big dude.
It really is. It's for FTD awareness, the frontotemporal dementia that we have been diagnosed with, that's going around with Bruce Willis coming out with. And it's really awareness and also what music does for those who do have a brain disease like this.
And, you know, and that's something we talked about yesterday is just the power of music and the power of, and if you could, would you mind me asking how music has helped in this, this journey?
Sure. With this disease, it affects his ability to be able to find his words and speak, and the more that it progresses, the slower that it gets. But with music, it's not affected that part of his brain with music and dancing. And his big music with Aaron Lewis and the lyrics, he can sing in full sentences, even having this disease where he normally doesn't speak that much with it. So.
And to me, I mean, that just is a huge testament too, because we were talking, I was telling you about some of the, the videos I watch and just some of the healthcare providers I've talked to. And when they say there's a power of music, Huey Lewis was right. Ain't no power of love. It's power of tunes right there. And
Absolutely.
we got a ton of great bands that are going to be lining up. So what also I wanted to highlight too is you guys have been a part of this community forever and been a huge aspect of this. You guys did the Redneck Rodeos over at Bunker Hill, right?
Redneck Days.
Redneck Days, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much same thing. And that also went to support our nephew Sam Biggs, who had pediatric liver cancer. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people from Alton, of course, they have rallied around all of that as well.
And so with this, I mean, and your guys' connection with the community, all the great work that you guys have done, I mean, it seems like people are really is showing their support for you guys now and this time, and that's got to be a great feeling.
Oh, it is. And I'll tell you, with the bands that we have, I mean, there were many others that wanted to join in and do this, but the local bands, they fight and want to help support as much as they can. And like you said, there are 10 of them. They're aware of Dave's love for music also. So, I mean, they're making Aaron Lewis recording Aaron Lewis songs that they're going to play, et cetera, and so forth. And our hope was to get Aaron Lewis to come here. So we've been really pushing that as well because he loves him.
Well, and too, if you could take us through the 10 bands that are going to be jamming out on March 25th.
Absolutely. We have City Heat that is starting off about noon. The doors open at 11, but the bands will start about noon. We have initials of a CPRT. People may not know that band. Ron Howard is my contact with that band.
Hold on, you just said Ron Howard.
Yeah,
hold on
Happy
here.
Days.
Hold on here. Whoa. No kidding.
Yeah. Well, Ron Howard actually has a band. I don't want to say it wrong. I believe it's Tripwire out of STL.
Wow.
But the band that he is bringing, it's actually the initials of each of the band members. So that's what he's got on here. But he's all over the place.
I love that. You're starting off hot on that one.
Yeah. And then we have Borderline Band, of course, and their members are from Bunker Hill. A few of their members are from Bunker Hill with the Mellentines. We have Dave's classmate, Jay Lipe.
He's great.
He went to school with Dave, and awesome person, and he has the Jupiter Kings is the ones he's bringing. We have Doppenlanger, if I'm saying it Ganger correctly. Russ Kramer's our contact there. He's always doing something for our family, him and his parents. His parents, I'll back up a little bit. Jim Kramer drove for the Bigfoot Monster truck, and he has donated items to the benefit for the live auction, and they've always supported us and any of our cancer events too.
Well, and this is what I think is so just incredible about this is there's so many individuals and just folks that you guys know and have worked with that are coming out and really just celebrate having a great night and raising awareness and doing the best you can with this benefit. And I love this. So we're having a gun raffle here too.
Two guns.
2 gun raffles.
Yep.
I liked it too. And is that sweatshirt on for? Can we purchase one?
Yeah, the sweatshirts, and we have T-shirts, Aaron.
Aaron Lewis. I love that.
Yes.
Well, and so with that, I mean, that's what I think is so just incredible in itself. And we'll get back to the music here too, but I want to get through all the live auction stuff because this is what the big ticket item sellers are. People want to win prizes and win,
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. And so this event is it's actually titled Headstrong Country Boy, correct? And
Yes, that's David's actual theme because of Country Boy. All of the Aaron Lewis songs he relates to because of the music, and it adapts to him. And so with the brain, we named it Headstrong so that he's and so that he is Headstrong Country Boy, and that's what everybody knows him.
Absolutely. So what guns are we going to be winning? I'm nosy. I got to know what I can.
Whoa.
Well, there's 2 different ones. There's a
Right on. Yeah.
there's a 22 rifle, a Savage 22 rifle, and then there's another slug barrel, I believe. There's 2 different ones that we will raffle off.
Whoa.
That's really cool. And then a wine and whiskey pull raffle. Now,
Yes.
the booze wagon is what I want to know about because I can never win the booze wagon.
Well, so there's a booze wagon that's full, and we have like a Yeti, but it's called the Frosted Frog cooler. So we have 2 different drawings with that as well. The wine and whiskey pull, a lot of people aren't familiar with, but there's a number of wine and whiskey that are there, and you just grab a wine cork. You pay a donation. You pull a wine cork, and you get that bottle of wine. So you're paying. You're getting your money for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so, we'll, I want to transition back to the event here in a couple of minutes, but I also want to ask you about, your guys' story, because you guys are really just did so many great things and, know so many people, not because of just what you've done, but who you are as folks and all the support you guys have given everybody over the years. Take us through a little bit of your guys' story with this and what this is truly benefiting.
Well, the story or everything that we're doing now with this, we've always been into cancer benefits and helping others, et cetera, so forth, especially with our nephew as well. But now with this, we want to promote awareness. This FTD is a cruel and horrible disease, and many people are really walking around with it right now, and they've been misdiagnosed with this. We know that there's no cure. There's no medicine that they can do for them. And it can be hereditary. There's a 1 in 2 chance. So I am going to fight to help as many people as I can with the health care, with understanding that you have to push for results and try to get in. It does take anywhere from 6 months to a year to just get into a visit with a neurologist. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. And you have to wait. And there are so many people with this.
Yeah. Well, and too, we were talking yesterday on the phone about, Bruce Willis with, the condition.
Yes.
Now, we were talking, has, Bruce Willis kind of showing and raising, awareness and talking about this and talking about how he's doing and dealing with this disease. Did that help raise awareness for what you guys are dealing with it in your own backyard?
Absolutely. If it weren't for him, people honestly would not know about this. You have to keep them present and out because otherwise they will just shelter down. But when Bruce Willis came out, it makes it a lot easier when we go places to just explain to them that he has FTD, same as Bruce Willis, and their eyes perk up like, I just was reading about that. And but it helps with Dave because he'll tell you he loves you and pumps you, and he'll kiss you on the cheek and your hand, and that scares some people. But now we've realized that people are like, they need more people like that to show them that they love. And
well, and too, what you guys are doing for the community also with, I feel like so many people, because like you and I talked about, it's misdiagnosed for years. And have people walked up to you or reached out and said, this has helped me, with my diagnosis of, somebody in my family. Has that happened?
It has. And honestly, in any place that we've gone to and we've talked about it, there's one person that's either had it or their family members have had it. And this is going to be global, not only with Bruce Willis. We're really trying to promote the Aaron Lewis aspect, and use his lyrics, and that's what's in here. The big thing for FTD is their motto is find help, share hope, and it's big, and we have added to that. The shirts, of course, show that with hashtag Aaron Lewis, but his song, Am I the Only One, is huge to us, and part of the song talks about I'm not the only one willing to fight. So all of everything that we put out there with I'm not the only one willing to fight.
Can I go into that a little bit deeper? Because when we were talking on the phone yesterday, you have a lot of Aaron Lewis songs that you identify people with and you connect with. How has that been? How has that Aaron Lewis connection been? Because I think it's, Aaron Lewis is one of the most talented musicians out there,
He really is.
And so what does that mean to you? Just take us through a little bit more of how his music has helped you guys connect and help you guys with this journey.
Well, Dave has a huge connection with Aaron Lewis, and he sings songs. He can sing the full lyrics to the songs. And it really represents a lot of him. Everybody can connect to it in their own way. But this one especially, and I'll add that our good friend Kenny Ziegler, and many, many people know Kenny. He's a wonderful, good soul. He's our good friend, and he actually was going to put on this huge benefit for us last year. And he unfortunately he came to our house and was jamming, and we had all the Aaron Lewis going as possible, and the next morning he passed away at our house, and it has really touched my husband's life even more. With FTD, you lose that empathy and being able to cry or show emotion, and he shows it for the love of Kenny Ziegler. And that he's our inspiration. Kenny, of course, is too. Luckily, we also were able to get a number of these bands with his connection, but we know a lot of them as well. But it's been a hard road, but it also shows the love and what music can do for your soul.
Well, you guys are role models, and I really mean that in the highest degree of respect, because so many times when people are handed cards or dealt cards, there's one or two ways you can tackle things. And what you guys are doing is not only doing, in my opinion, doing the best thing for you guys, you're helping out so many people in this community and inspiring them. And that's got to mean something. I mean, it's just incredible. So let's circle back to these bands, too, because I really want to talk about how great. I mean, we got City Heat, we got Jake and Eric, and we got, Borderline, Jupiter Kings. Talk about some of these, because this is really awesome.
They are really amazing.
Can I see that real quick?
Yeah, one of our very close friends who is also comes to our house to jam a lot. His name's Greg Briskovich, very close friends of ours. And he has Where's Dave Band.
Okay.
And their band is awesome. There's also Jim Clark and his wife and daughter all play in the band as well. And Greg Briskovich's son, Colin. So people think with the Where's Dave Band that it's Dave. And it's always a joke. Where's Dave, man? But
I get that, yeah.
It's actually of their cat that went up on a microphone, and it's black and white cat. And he was named after Dave Matthews Band, but he has been like a real. People follow him on Facebook. It's excellent. But that band is playing as well, and then we have acoustic, a number of acoustic. Our son is Jake and good friend Eric. Jake was in a number of bands. I'll add that Jake, our son, wrote a song for our husband many years ago, and it's called "Hand Me Down Camel Clothes," and I believe it could be an Aaron Lewis hit too. But yeah, he'll probably be playing that one, I would imagine, because it is so true to him. And then we have Kenny Ziegler's niece, Michelle, that is going to come up and probably play a song, of course, Aaron Lewis, for Dave. We have Gabby. Everybody knows Gabby. He is excellent, and he helps out so many people with benefits and stuff like this. So I'm not misspeaking for him. And then we have the last two, and it's not to save them for last, but they are excellent bands.
Yes, they are.
We have the BYBB, the Backyard Blues Band.
Yes.
And our good friend Ed, who plays harmonica on that with that band and can jam really good. He has a connection with Dave, and Dave only met him like a month and a half ago, and he has been so supportive to Dave. It calls him every day, and
That's incredible. That's awesome.
and that was just in touching.
Great guy. Yeah, that's great.
And the last but not least, the big Bunker Hill Band too, I call it, but the Whiskey River Band, they are excellent. They give to all the family members. I'm just going to put a shout out there right now. Kenny, the drummer from that band, we were just at their benefit for Jama, and we love you, Jama. They had a huge one at the Moose Club, and the outpouring of people that came for the love of her and support, and it's just amazing.
Absolutely. And we have a couple of minutes left here. So are you guys still looking for sponsorships or any type of donation, or we close that off?
We're still getting raffle items this week, et cetera, so forth. We do have a number of sponsors, and I'm going to shout out to some of those.
Please do. This I don't think there's anything wrong with saying thank you for helping support this event and put on. Not even just this event. This is a big party that's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. We have Alton Toyota and Erica Price, wonderful person. The Phelps family were sponsors. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River, 401 Contracting of Bunker Hill with Jeff and, good job. The Links and Zeke and Marina, Sherry Creek Cattle Farm, that's in Bunker Hill. They donated a half a cow that will be available the night of the benefit that will go up for auction, and it'll be available. Ace Tech and Investment Planners, Kathy Weaver. We also Gavillo Farm.
Gavillo Farm. I love the Gavillos. Great people.
They are. They actually live in our old house where we used
Really?
Yeah. But they donated pulled pork for the event, so that we'll have that too.
That's incredible. And guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit today and having some fun. And really, just thank you for all you're doing, because you're not only, tackling this, but you're also being, creating inspiration and showing people how to, manage the cards you're dealt in the best way possible. And I can't thank you guys enough for stopping by today.
Thank you.
And I will see you on Saturday, March the 25th from noon to 9 p.m. at 319th North Marion Street. That's the American Legion Partridge Post, 578 in Bunker Hill, for the Headstrong Country Boy David Zimmerman FTD benefit auction. I really appreciate your time, guys. And we'll come back and we'll talk to South Roxana right after this for their new senior center.